Alright guys, good morning. Welcome your faces to another video. I'm kind of half kitted up, I've got my shorts on, but I'm still in a hoodie. The reason is because, guys, today's session is so confusing. So I'm going to write it down on a piece of tape and I'm going to stick it to my stem, just so I know what I'm doing and I don't have to stop and like check my Training Peaks account on my phone. I can just look at my stem and we can see what we're doing. I've just got like different efforts at different powers and there's no way I'm going to memorize it. This is what it looks like in terms of the workout, so yeah. I think if I just write it down in here, it'll be much easier. Turns out you can't write on electrical tape. Sick. You know what? I'm just going to write it in my hand. Okay, so I've just completed the first set of intervals, and today's going to be another hard day, just like yesterday. So today it consists of, I'm doing two different types of efforts. Both are going to be in the climbs. The first block is basically climbing like progressive paces, or progressive pace changes on the climb. So it's like 1 minute at a certain wattage, 1 minute at another higher wattage, and then the final minute at a higher wattage. I got 6 of those in total, split into 2 blocks of 3, and then I'm going to do a bit of a ride, and then go back to the same climb, and then I've got 4 over/under efforts. So 2 minutes over threshold, and then 4 minutes under, back down to the bottom of the climb, and do 3 more of those. So in total, there is like, what, 10 efforts? So I've done 3 just now, and I'm already suffering. So today, it's gonna be a tough one. I mean, it's a good one, it's a beneficial session, but yeah, they're gonna be hard. Just doing a quick 10-minute spin right now, a little bit of a loop before I start the next set of 3, and then we'll go from there. Not entirely sure how much of vlogging I'm gonna be able to do on today's session, but we'll see what we can do, guys. It is dry right now, so, you know, it's not too bad. We got some rain forecast this afternoon, but hopefully I'm gonna get home done and dusted before that arrives. Oh man, it started raining just on my way home as I finished all my efforts. I mean, at least it's come now, not the start of the session, right? At least it's happened 2.5 hours in. But the last time I picked up the camera, I think, was after the first few efforts, and then now, like, I just got my head down, cracked on, and got them done, because like the hard efforts, so they just take a lot of focus to do. So I thought, instead of having the distraction of the camera, I'd just get it done, and then we can catch up after the session. So, I mean, I should have really brought my GoPro out, and then we could have done a little bit of power overlay, so you guys could have seen what kind of stuff I was doing. So I was doing the F's on a climb called, whoa! That is glass. That was just like a smashed windscreen in the middle of the road. What the hell's going on there? Oh man. If I've got a puncture. Did you see that? Did you see that glass? What is going on there? Anyway, I did my efforts on a climb called Ashurst Beacon. I do all my longer efforts there because it's like my local long climb. It's 8 or 9 minutes in length from bottom to top, but it's about a 30-minute ride out, 30-minute ride home. So it's a perfect place, it's a perfect distance to ride out and do my efforts and stuff. So I'm riding home now, the 30-minute ride home. And then when I get home, I'm gonna upload the ride onto Training Peaks, and then we'll do a little bit of power analysis and kind of work through the session, work through some of the efforts, and like show you guys how I did them, I guess. Yeah, so another good day on the bike. Wasn't sure how I was gonna feel after yesterday's session, but we felt good. Yeah, this is my ride home, just small country lanes. Hopefully the rain doesn't pick up. At the minute, it's that kind of misty rain. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna crack on, and I'll see you guys when I get home. It's a good job it only started raining at the end of my ride, because all of my little training notes have rubbed off. Oh, that is a tasty normalised power for that session. 2 hours 45. That is tasty. Alright guys, hold the phone. I apologise for the darkness. It's because it's like raining and stuff, so it's just dark outside, so it makes it look dark inside. But guys, we have just taken delivery of something. Now I know who this is from, but I don't know exactly. Wait, I'm gonna change this angle because we look too dark there. I know who this is from, but I don't know exactly what's gonna be inside this parcel. So, a company called Velo Kicks, which I think they're based in Australia. I think they're based in Australia. A company called Velo Kicks that take cycling shoes and customize them to how you want, like with painting them and stuff. You've probably seen pictures like on Instagram and stuff. Like they're quite a big Instagram account. And they sent me an email asking for my address, and I mean, I gave it to them. So they said they wanted to send me something out So, without further ado, let's check these out. We've got this nice little case thing that they come in, just kind of like a standard shoe bag. And then let's see what is inside. That's pretty alright. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so I've done a little bit of research, and it turns out these are Velokicks like own brand shoes that they've custom painted with this kind of like paint splatter. This kind of like paint splatter finish to them. I think these look pretty cool. Let's see if they fit me. I mean, that's the most important thing, isn't it? If they fit me or not. Oh, they are nice and snug. They fit me absolutely fine. What do we think, guys? What is the verdict? I put both pairs of shoes on just so you can have a look at it. I mean, they are bold, aren't they? Like, they stand out, man. Like, they are bold. I'm probably going to stick a pair of cleats on them and like test them out on the road and sort of feel the stiffness and just give them a bit of a road test to see like the actual quality of the shoe. Thank you to the guys at Velokicks for sending me out some of their custom shoes. I will put their Instagram in the description box down below. Go and check out some of their stuff. They do some pretty sick designs on pairs of shoes and stuff, so shout out your legends. Like I said earlier on, I forgot to take my GoPro today. I was going to take my GoPro out to kind of give you guys an overlay and a bit of a chat about the efforts that I was doing. I forgot my GoPro. So what I'm going to do, I'm turning the computer on right now. I've uploaded my ride onto Training Peaks, and I'm going to do a little bit of analysis of my numbers and kind of give you guys a bit of an idea as to what session that we were doing today, you know? Alright, so I've just opened up the analysis of today's ride. It's got all of my data in. I can scroll down here on the right hand side. These are all of the different laps. Every time I hit lap on my Wahoo, this is what it's showing. So when I start an effort, when I start a set, I hit the lap button, etc., etc. So this is the chart for the whole of the ride. This is my ride out, my warm up, and then these are the six. This should be six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 6 initial efforts, and I'm not going to go into detail on those just because they were very hard to pace because they were like shorter efforts and more like kind of sprint based efforts. So we probably wouldn't get too much data from, or we probably wouldn't be able to do much analysis of those efforts. So I'm going to jump straight ahead into these 4 here, which are the final 4 that I did in particular. And what we can do here to just make things a whole lot easier is just click on the lap. So here it is. Lap number 14 is the first part of the final effort. And so basically what I had to do was I had to ride 2 minutes over threshold. I mean, you can see all my numbers here. Some people like to hide their kind of stats and stuff, but I'm not bothered, you know. You guys are part of this whole journey with me, so why should I hide my power numbers, you know? Anyway, what I had to do for the second lot of efforts was, it was 2 minutes over threshold, so 2 minutes at 420 watts, and then 4 minutes under threshold at 350, which from the offset, like if I just did 4 minutes at 350 watts, it probably wouldn't be that hard a session. It's kind of my FTP, right? However, because we're doing the first 2 minutes over threshold, it kind of takes us up into the red, and it's just it makes things a whole lot harder. So as you can see here, effort number 1 with 2 minutes, I averaged 408 watts, which is 12 watts lower than what I should have been doing. Now the thing with me, right, is so this session, it requires a lot of focus, a lot of mental focus on pushing the pedals and holding a high power number. For me, my brain always just goes on adventures, all right? I'm riding up a road, next thing I know, I'm looking at someone's house and I'm looking at the structural architecture of like the new extension that they've had done, or I'm looking at the car in the drive, I'm like, oh, they've got a new Range Rover SVR, that's sick. And next thing I know, I look down at my power meter and I'm doing 50 watts less than I should be doing. So I think this is kind of what happened, because as you'll see in a minute, like for all the other efforts, I was over kind of my target. So it wasn't because I was too gassed, it was just a case of it. It just shows how important it is to make sure you're 100% focused on the task in hand. So we're gonna go, that's the 2 minutes at 408 watts, and then the 4 minute, 353, so that's pretty much bang on. I had a 10-minute recovery period, and then the second set, there you go, 422, a 359, so, you know, hitting the numbers bang on there. Third effort, 422 again, 355. Final effort, 423 watts average for the 2 minutes, and then the 4 minutes, 354. So You know, other than that first one, pretty much bang on. Okay, so using this little slide bar here, I have smoothed out the graph, which kind of just takes out like all of the rough bits. And it just makes it a little bit nicer to look at. So I've also turned the heart rate on, which is quite interesting to see because, you know, we have this first initial spike, which is the 2-minute effort. Then as soon as we drop back down into the 350 watt effort, the 4 minutes, you know, the heart rate drops, but it doesn't drop too much. Like it still stays pretty high, and then it drops off after we finish the effort. So it's like with that first initial kick, that 2 minutes above threshold, it takes your heart rate right up, and then because you've already done that effort, when you're back down at 350, my heart rate there was like 156, and if I'd have done the 4 minutes without the 2 minutes at the start, it probably would have been around 150. So yeah, it's just interesting to see how the body reacts to the different angles of training and like the different things that you do within the training. So that's kind of a little bit of a rundown of my session today and what I did. It was a hard session. It required a lot of focus, but like I hit all my targets. Like I mean, other than that first 2 minute effort, I hit all my numbers bang on. So like I think as far as sessions go, like that was pretty much a perfect session. Anyway, I don't really know what the point of that was. I don't really know what I'm trying to share with you. But yeah, I know sometimes people are interested in my training. So that is my training. And I leave you alone.